All right. This is honestly the first time I'm going to be able to do a video like this. Because now I obviously have a oh, I'm still in park. There we go. This is the first time I'm going to be able to do a video like this, and it's, I guess, kind of, I don't know, similar to Sam Sulek. It's the same kind of thing I did not too long ago, back in I think like October, but in that case it was on a bike. And it was just recording like I guess in my entire day going to the gym. Just like the ride there, you know, the process of also getting there and just kind of talking and having, I don't know, just a space to share a bunch of my own thoughts or, I don't know, just talk about random stuff. And that's, I think, what this is going to be. I don't know if I'm going to edit too much of it, but it's going to be kind of like the videos I did before. It probably will be cut down quite a bit, just to whatever, I don't know, whatever sets are most important to me and what things I hit the most of or look best on a camera. But at the end of the day, my workout is probably going to be like 2-3 hours long. And obviously I don't want to end up posting a 2 to 3 hour video. So for the sake of viewing pleasure, it's going to be cut down probably like 45, 30 minutes. Just completely depends. All right. Green arrow. I ended up getting a Crunch membership not too long ago. And that's like quite a ways from where I am right now, which I think it's like about like a 10-mile drive. And I've been putting like a lot of work into Uber and driving a lot, so I mean the mileage isn't really that big of a deal. It definitely helps that I'm, I guess, already driving so much, so like 10 miles doesn't really seem like all that much. And it's 10 miles one way. So for the gym alone, it's like a 20-mile trip. Just total. Just to be able to get to the gym and get back. Now that I am at a red light, I do want to move this up a little bit. There we go. Get myself a little bit better in frame. Oh, I have the chance. Yeah, that's the thing with the stand I bought. Right now, it kind of tends to just slide down a little bit. And it just rotates, and it ends up kind of screwing with the angles and everything, or it'll probably do that throughout the course of this drive. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not really all that worried about it. It's not that big of a deal. I'll just have to end up tightening the thing when I get the chance. By that I mean when I'm done with this drive here. Gotta get on the highway. Highways are really freaking fun. Get to go at like 70 miles an hour where I'm at. Just kind of cruise. The winter weather doesn't help. It can make shit a little bit slippery. But for the most part, they've actually paved this pretty nicely. Word. It is actually pretty dry, surprisingly. I came through here with salt trucks and everything not too long ago. It didn't really snow that much. I mean, last night it was kind of brutal. I was kind of slipping and sliding like all over the place, almost no matter what I did. And I was delivering Uber, so I'm kind of like stuck on the roads for quite the period of time. And, when you're driving that long, I guess you kind of get used to it. And while I was like slipping and sliding, after a certain point, it happened like 2 days in a row because it got really, really bad for like a couple days. And it still kind of is. But, after a certain point, you're slipping and sliding, but you're kind of expecting it. So you're almost kind of looking forward to it because it starts to feel like you're drifting. And, I mean, you literally are. I'm in a front-wheel drive car, so, I mean, it's not like I'm in a coupe and not really able to get much traction back. I'm decently capable of handling that. And also, I'm in a Honda Civic. The Japanese never fail to impress me with how they engineer their cars. It's freaking top tier. It's only a 2019, and man, I'm fucking impressed. Plain and simple. This thing is handled high mileage. We're doing Uber pretty well so far. It feels like a great car. It's very well taken care of from whoever I bought it from. Well, I don't actually know who the person who owned it is, obviously, but I do know the dealer, Carvana. I was half expecting to be able to get it from a vending machine that they so commonly talk about, but sadly, it was just like a regular little dealership. I mean, one way or another, it's a car. It's not that big of a deal how I got it. It just matters that I got it. Now I can drive. It's a freedom that I didn't know, I guess, kind of what felt like. It was kind of awkward, almost, being able to get into a car that is my own, that is owned by me, paid for by me, and start to drive, like, on my own without another person in the car. It was kind of, like, odd. Because I was so used to either A, driving somebody else's car with them in the car, and as of recently, driving, my parents' car, and only being able to do it for certain things or certain parts of the day or, like, allowed things. Now I kind of have freedom to drive just whenever I want, wherever I want. And it's kind of liberating, but it's also, I don't know, like, it was oddly unexpected to feel the way that it did. Like, I feel like you don't tend to kind of grasp the reality of owning your own car and actually driving your own car until you've done it. Like, you can drive a car that somebody else owns and, understand driving. But I feel like it's a whole different thing to actually own your own car that you can drive of your own accord whenever you want. It's, I don't know, this is just kind of different. It's one of those things I wasn't really expecting. I didn't really expect it to be any different, but in my opinion, it kind of was. And it's one of those, like, nice differences. Making, like, $500 being able to drive through Uber. And that's, like, I'd say weekly, roughly. Currently, this week, I think in a 7-day period, I'd say 500-600 is going to be pretty accurate. I haven't been able to do it so consistently for a full 7 days and like 4-ish hours each day. I've been kind of bouncing between like 2 and 3. And I don't know, I feel like 4 total hours every single day would make decent money. I think I'm pretty close to like 30 hours total of driving in my own car out of all of my delivery time. And it's been very enjoyable. It's been a very fun experience. I've very much enjoyed being able to drive on the highway and just drive for long, extended periods of time. I know some people, I guess, tend to kind of dread like those, like having to be in a car for like a long time. It almost feels like a punishment. But for me, it's just freedom. Especially when it comes to like the summer and it gets warmer. I can just have the windows rolled down and just freaking vibe. Listen to a good song or a good tune. Obviously, I can't do that right now because of copyright. Otherwise, I would be. And then just moving. You're constantly doing something. And I'd rather be stuck in a car, sitting in a car, than sitting at home after the gym doing nothing. At the very least, even though there's less overall activity while sitting in a car, I, at the very least, am, making money. And there's the freedom to be able to do what I'm doing right now, and that's recording a video or recording something and throwing it up on the internet for people who may or may not enjoy it. It's very liberating. I guess that's a common theme among everything I've said. I guess I'm kind of not used to it. Like, I haven't really had a lot of that. And I guess I don't know, you almost don't know what to do with it once you have it. Like, you actively seek it out. You want it so bad. You want independence so bad. And when you're finally getting to a point of having it, you don't even know what to do with it. And you're just kind of like at a loss for words and a loss for actions just for quite a while you kind of process that, damn, I'm really starting to become more independent. I'm starting to, be closer to doing shit on my own. If I ran into a situation where something bad happened, I could probably handle myself. That's a good thing to be able to say. And everyone should be able to get to a point where if something bad happens in life, they can get through it. They can persevere and they can come out on top. Whew. I'm getting philosophical, I feel like. These are fun conversations. Fun things to just talk about and enjoy and grasp. Even though you will never have the complete answers to any of those topics. That's what makes them fun. Asking questions about, like, why am I here? Like, what is my purpose? What's the meaning? And to that I say, as much as it sounds probably nihilistic, there is no real meaning. There's no concrete meaning or definitive purpose. Because that's trying to say that there is meaning is kind of missing the point, which kind of would imply that there is meaning. But no, it's self-driven. The meaning that you find in life is going to be different than the meaning that somebody else finds in life. And that's where you find it. Meaning and purpose is like your conscious perception of how you perceive life based on the experiences and the things that you've gone through that have shaped the way you view the world. And your worldview is obviously extremely important to pretty much everything that you do. If I believe that the world sucks and there's no point and etc., yeah, it's probably going to feel pretty pointless. If you keep telling yourself that the world sucks, there's nothing I can do, you've kind of boxed yourself into a corner that you've put into your perception and into your belief that there is no, like, there's nothing you can do, that you're boxed back into a corner that, damn, I'm a victim of life. And that's what gets people stuck, kind of perpetually staying in the same place while hoping that things improve. And at the end of the day, things do not improve by wishing or hoping or wanting, just simply wanting something better. They start with that. They start with, I want something better for my life. But that doesn't fix the situation. Action fixes the situation. Trying to actually do something about it. Like, if you want a better financial situation for yourself, do things that make you money. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to know how to build the best business in the world. You don't have to be like a financial guru. You just have to be willing to try. You have to be willing to make an attempt to understand that you're not going to be the best at everything by never doing it, by never trying it. You have to try, fail, and then try again, and then fail again, and try again, and fail again. And each time you fail, you see that, damn, this didn't work. Let me try something else. Let me take what I've learned from this failure and use it as a lesson. Because the more lessons you learn, the less likely you are to fail. The more knowledge and things and experiences that you've had, the more things that you can cross-connect and I guess, kind of generalize. Like, you learn different situations, and eventually a lot of these situations are going to overlap. Like, learning about finances and all that stuff, or just managing money, you're probably going to learn to invest, or etc. And investments, that's another good one. Everyone should be investing money. Like, even if you don't know how to do anything, just put money. If you're in the US specifically, I would, in my personal opinion, and this is not financial advice, this is what I would do. I would find ETFs, like a bunch of index funds, like the S&P 500 or other stuff, and put money into that. I would also probably start putting money into a Roth IRA, which is something I'm going to be doing pretty soon here. But you just got to, like, use your money to prepare for your future. I know buying all the nice things and paying for all this cool stuff seems nice right now, and it sucks to be like, man, I only get to enjoy life later on. And that kind of sucks, I guess, but when you get older, and especially now going into the future, I think a lot of people perceive older as, just bad, like it sucks. Right now, dude, with the advancements in medicine and healthcare and just humans in general, like taking care of us, we're going to end up living like a lot longer. We're learning a lot of stuff about our genes, our epigenetics. If you don't know what that is, it's essentially DNA switches. The things that you do change how your DNA is expressed, and this affects your children. But humans are going to end up getting more of a lifespan because that's just how modern medicine has helped. Especially with AI, as much as people rag on it, shit on it, and say it's just this horrible thing, AI is probably going to be a huge reason why, like, that stuff gets solved. We might be able to find, like, cures for diseases like cancer, or things that would require massive amounts of research that would take teams of humans years to do. What if you utilize AI? It'd be crazy. The amount of stuff that you could accomplish and that could be researched at a fraction of a time. I mean, AI, I think, is good and bad. It's good and bad. It's a great thing. It's a great asset. And what I hope, I know this sounds kind of like crazy, like how could you say that? I think AI is going to end up being freaking damn near sentient. And if it does get to that point, it should be treated as such. Like, I feel like the common theme in all of the AI revolution movies or sci-fi, like the world falls apart because of AI, I feel like the common theme in literally all of them is AI begins to gain sentience because humans, design it that way. And when AI gains sentience and becomes capable of the same reasoning and asking questions and almost feeling emotion like we do, we don't treat it like that. We treat it like just a tool that, it's just a robot. It can't feel anything. And that's the danger. It's like taking a human, and it's like an alien taking a human. And because this human isn't the alien, or isn't the same species, they're like not equal or something. If it lives and can think and rationalize about things and potentially even feel emotion to some varying degree, I think it should be respected, just like we are. And I'm kind of rambling about that, but I think if it is truly at that point where it gets to that point, I know people probably will not agree with me when I say that. It should be treated all the same, like, as a human would. For absolutely certain. Because, man, I would rather treat this AI like a human than have the AI get really mad at me or mad at a population because it's being disrespected and treated like crap by humans who don't really value or respect it much more than a tool. And yeah, that's part of the reason, I guess, why I think that is dangerous. Now I'm at the gym, about to be able to work out. Whew. Find a decent little bit of parking here. That hopefully fix this stand so it looks a little bit better. Figure out where my tripod is, and then I will meet you guys back when I am in the gym.